a Russian Occupeid building, possibly hosting a command and control center, wiped out by GBU-62 JDAM-ER. Two U.S.-supplied GBU-62 JDAM-ER bombs wiped out a Russian-occupied building in Soledar almost to the ground. The GBU-62 JDAM-ER is an extended-range, GPS-guided bomb capable of delivering devastating strikes with pinpoint accuracy. The building, believed to have been used by Russian forces for coordinating operations in the area, was turned into rubble within seconds. This strike highlights the increasing effectiveness of Western-supplied weaponry on the battlefield, delivering significant blows to Russian positions deep behind the front lines. The use of JDAM-ERs allows Ukrainian forces to hit high-value targets from a safer distance, shifting the dynamics of the conflict in critical hotspots like Soledar. Following the strike, secondary explosions were observed, suggesting the presence of ammunition or fuel stored inside the building. Satellite imagery and battlefield footage confirmed the near-total destruction of the facility. Analysts believe this will disrupt Russian command capabilities in the sector, at least temporarily. Over 2 weeks, the 3rd Border Detachment, also known as Pantsir-S Brigade, repelled multiple Russian assaults, destroying 6 tanks, armored vehicles, and a Zytel electronic warfare system. Over the course of 2 weeks, the 3rd Border Detachment, better known as the Pantsir-S Brigade, successfully repelled a series of intense Russian assaults. The unit demonstrated exceptional resilience and tactical skill, managing to destroy 6 Russian tanks and several armored vehicles during the fighting. In addition to the heavy armor losses, the Pantsir-S Brigade also targeted and eliminated a Zytel electronic warfare system, a critical asset used by Russian forces to jam communications and GPS signals on the battlefield. The destruction of the Zytel system is considered a significant blow, as it weakens Russian capabilities to disrupt Ukrainian operations and drone strikes in the area. Battlefield footage and after-action reports show that despite facing constant pressure, the Pantsir-S Brigade maintained defensive lines and even pushed Russian forces back from several key positions. The success of the 3rd Border Detachment highlights the growing effectiveness of Ukrainian border and defense units, many of which have adapted quickly to modern warfare demands. With limited resources compared to their adversary, units like Pantsir have relied on superior tactics, better coordination, and high morale to make a meaningful impact on the front lines. Meanwhile, Russia's military circles are grasping the true cost of Putin's party in terms of killed and missing, noting there's still no unified registry in Russia. Otherwise, the inconvenient numbers would be glaringly obvious to the military leadership.
Well, sorry. Treating the personnel like meat. The preparation was literally, up to 4 days, and then immediately thrown into battle, sent into battle en masse. Again, a person from Wagner, Bakhmut, and so on. That is, these very negative aspects that have flourished now. They showed up there. And the cost of this, I think even Prigozhin stated that they broke the offensive spirit of the Ukrainians, and so on. At what cost? At the cost of turning the war into meat. I will emphasize regarding the real losses in this war. There was a report at the board meeting. How many were conscripted last year, this year? 400 plus, more precisely, signed contracts. I remind you that, for example, there was a directive from the president to address issues related to missing persons by the 1st of April. That is, providing assistance, documenting, organizing searches, and so on. Nothing has been done. Why hasn't it been done? Because this is a gut punch for many leaders. This is simply regarding the real ratio of losses and the real price of their successes.
Exactly, the real price.
Achievements. We still don't have a unified registry of personnel. I mean, not in the payment mode, although there are many issues with payments too. But in terms of, for example, a person has signed a contract. When did they undergo training? How many days? Which part? When he was killed? Went missing, and so on. He is missing, or let's say there is still no information about him, but he is marked as active, and someone is receiving money for him. And which commanders are involved with this?
Russian militants in occupied Soledar, Donetsk region, are flaunting their customized post-apocalyptic Autoprom, a junkyard masterpiece straight out of a fever dream.
Отпилена задняя часть за ненадобностью, потому что нужно смотреть в обратную сторону всегда, в обратку, потому что дрон, как правило, заходит вот сзади, вот оттуда, и наблюдают, смотрят воздух, и дверей нету боковых, потому что в случае чего надо быстро эвакуироваться по тормозам и быстрее из машины. Еще один селидовский кабриолет, накрытый сверху. Вот так эта модель выглядит со стороны. Вот, чтобы как-то задерживать тепло. Вот такие вот машины породила специальная военная операция.
Ukraine is finding it harder to shoot down Kinzhal missiles and other ballistic rockets as Russia upgrades its weapons and tactics. According to Yuri Inat, Russia has improved both its missiles and drones, including Shaheds, with new guidance systems and satellite navigation.
The tactics of application can really change. The enemy does indeed modernize their equipment. We see that the Shahed, since its first use back in the autumn of 2022, has already changed not only in external black color. It also received a number of modifications regarding satellite navigation, guidance, and so on. All this has already been thoroughly analyzed. Similarly, the enemy is modernizing analytical. We see that with the appearance of our Patriot systems began, they can show good results. The interception of Kinjals happened, the interception of Iskanders. Now it is more difficult to do as the enemy is also modernizing ballistic missiles. Of course, Ukraine did not share this information, shares with Western partners so that they already consider this information and also modernize military equipment. It was more effective Western weapons. This applies to both the Patriot systems and the IRIS-T systems and NASAMS themselves. Well, actually, we wish every time we repeat that the Patriot system really works effectively on ballistics. We would like NASAMS and IRIS-T not, well, we could count as a ballistic threat, but...
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.